know, right now I'm on sort of a special mission. I'm fishing with the boys from Sportfish, Michigan. We're in Grand Traverse Bay and we're fishing for king salmon.
There we go, over here, guys.
I have not done this for a number of years, and it's unfortunate because we're just on a little bit of a kamikaze mission bite in the morning here. We got out about half an hour ago. Nice, things are popping. We'll get this guy into the pen. You got another one going?
I do,
This
yeah.
is special. Inside the boat, I got some pretty good anglers. I got Captain Dohm Jr. and Chad Dilts. These boys spent a lot of time, you know, throughout the course of the year fishing for all different fish species, but right now we're fishing kings. What is it, the second, third week of July, this prime time. The fish are just coming up from down south, and these boys know a lot about king salmon. Well, not only king salmon, they do a lot of different things. They fish lake trout, rainbow trout in the rivers, lake trout vertical jigging, but right now we're on the king salmon mission.
Wow. Beautiful fish.
Good times.
Let's get some more.
Yeah.
Closed captioning is provided by Smooth Moves, adjustable boat seat suspensions for a smoother ride.
Spinnies on the highs, spinnies on the lows, 10s, lows, highs are 8s.
It smells like salmon.
It does have a fishy smell this morning, doesn't it? I love that one.
This is orange carbon. All right, we're ready, James. Everything's ready, we're good. Going short. Come up to the ball, Chad.
Yep, go for it. Ron, I'm gonna go 80.
Yep, I like it. I'm gonna start dumping some lows down.
We're gonna run our riggers at 70 to 80 because that's where we could really pinpoint the thermocline, and then our low divers, we're gonna run at 150 to 170 to try to get us down into that 70 to 80 range.
Exactly.
And then we already have some predetermined depths with our long lines, right? So we have our coppers that we're gonna have down about 70 to 80 feet. We're gonna have a 13 color and a 14 color of lead. Everything's a set amount based on how fast you're going and how much you put out. So a little math involved in everything.
Trolling's all about efficiency. A lot of times when we're getting ready, first thing like this, the key is getting all your rods down really, really quick, just because you don't want to miss that first bite. So we're getting the spoons glowing up really good. And so I like to, when I'm putting down, you know, like my side here, for example, I've got my low diver going down first, and I've got it clicking out using the drag. That way now I'm hands-free, that rod's still being productive, and by the time I get this down, I'll be able to stop that wire diver and it'll be down about where I want it. Start up a little bit higher first thing here at 60 foot. A lot of times first light, the kings will be as high as they're gonna be for the most part of the day. So I like to keep a couple rods up a little bit higher.
We got a king at 65.
Perfect, right where I just dropped that rod to. Corner, corner, corner.
Twice. What's our depth? What's our depth right now?
99. Well, that didn't take long.
It's really important when you get out first thing in the morning, when you start getting fish to fire, right away take, you know, notes on your depth, on your speed, and, you know, kind of the positioning of the boat. On the board with the salmon. Just a little guy though. Oh, it just got whacked. Oh, Chad, we just took a nice hard hit over here.
Really?
Low down 140, just got blasted. He just didn't stay on though. We've had 2 bites now right in a row from salmon, going about 2.4, 2.5 up top. So we're gonna keep that speed going up through this pass and as we continue to get lines out. Because all those factors are really, really important, and the sooner you can figure out what speed they want that particular day, the better. Do a little kick to the right for me, James, just a hair.
I get something, oh, there's a big good one there.
That's what we want right there. Come on, baby. And then you're good to start kind of angling back in and following that contour, James. Those Lake Master ships do such a nice job of kind of showing us the terrain features. And it allows us to know exactly where we want to be trolling when we're relating to depth over suspended fish.
These green ones, are these lead core or coppers?
Both those ones with the like chartreuse, lime green, Suffix braid, that Suffix 832 65 pound, and we really love that pound line and that color. Chad and I both have spent hours of our life, probably days, setting up different lead core rods and reels, and you know, we got those in and have been really, really happy with them. So for our lead core setups there, we've got them on a 9-foot St. Croix Encore rod, heavy action or an extra heavy, both work really well. We've got a 50 size Saltus. Those reels are phenomenal. They've got an amazing line pickup ratio, but they still have the torque and power to bring in, you know, heavy lines, lead cores, and coppers.
And super smooth drag.
Super smooth. And our setup there, so we've got 65 pound Suffix 832 braid down to the Suffix Pro lead core. And you know, like most people know, when you're running boards, you want to make sure your farthest inside board, the one closest to the boat, is going to be the deepest. And then the farthest outside one, the farthest is gonna be the shallowest. Oh, hi divers. That way, if you get a fish on the outside board, in theory, that fish will be up and above the 13, so you can reel it in cleanly.
There we go. There you go. Now we're talking.
Just a really clean presentation that allows us to cover a whole bunch of water.
Wow.
Gorgeous fish.
It really is.
It's a pretty typical mature adult, you know, 17 pounds when you say, Chad?
Yeah, really
nice,
great
healthy
fish. And what do we have here? Do we have a, we have a planter.
A planted fish.
Nice. Really healthy though. You can definitely tell the allied population's coming back. Great belly on that fish.
It's always amazed me that those fish, actually when you think about a fish of that size, you know, realistically, that fish was only planted 4 years ago. That's how fast, I mean, you can see that why that guy's, they're eating pretty good because they got to grow that fast.
This segment is brought to you by BoatToTrailer.com, automatic boat loading and boat launching system.
You know, I've fished up here with these guys a number of different times. You know, we've been up here fishing for smallmouth bass with Ron. We actually did an early season bass piece, which was just stellar, really super clear water, finesse fishing for big smallmouths. We did another piece I did with Chad, it was jigging for lake trout and ciscos. But right now we're fishing kings. I know later in the season you guys start focusing on the kings and the salmon fishery.
It's an exciting time for Ron and I, because you know we can kind of chase the salmon migration up and down the coast. There we go. So we have like 3 really great fisheries to choose from. And you know, having these smaller boats, we kind of can go where the migration is and go where the hot fishing is.
James, you want to take it over?
No, you can take that little rascal.
That was just
net him for you.
That was just first instincts was seeing the rod go, I got to get to
it.
Well,
that's a good thing.
You know, we start off trolling in late June and all through July, kind of like we're doing right now. You guys are here at a really good time.
Getting close now.
We're already starting to see some coho show up right now, and we're in the end of July.
I'm gonna work my way forward.
The cool thing about it is right now we're getting them trolling, and there'll be that time where they all want to kind of stage in front of their local tributary where they were born. So they're gonna stage, and when they do that, that's when we can really get them casting and jigging on light tackle. It's kind of nice to offer those different avenues for everyone. Nice coho. We were just talking about him.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about him.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Wow, beautiful fish.
Pretty coho. Yeah.
Wow. Gorgeous. Look at the color of that guy. He's a beautiful animal. These guys here looks like they got quite a bit of food around.
Day in, day out, the biggest key out here chasing these kings is making sure we're around that thermocline. And then that shifts daily. Some days that thermocline is down 40 feet, some days it's down 100. And really what the thermocline is it's a hard break in temperatures. In that break, you're gonna have a buildup of your phytoplankton and your zooplankton, and of course that's gonna draw on all the alewives. So wherever that break's gonna be, you're gonna have your alewives scattered around it, and where those alewives are, you're gonna have your kings.
Here we got one.
There's days where those kings are up in warmer water feeding because the bait's up there, and there's days those kings are down in 42 to 44 degree water because the bait's down there.
I like that.
And the biggest key is, while you want to focus on that thermocline a lot, you want to focus on fishing the fish.
Okay, come in, buddy.
You can't catch fish that aren't there, so if you've got fish in hot water feeding, go fish them.
Good jump.
And if you've got fish down deep, go get them. You got to be around those fish.
Look at that. Whoa.
And those fish are always around that thermocline.
I haven't done this for a long time, boys. This is quite special. Ooh, he's sharking up on top.
He's gonna try to get into
Yep,
those,
I'm with you.
There we go, over here, guys.
Another one on, right here. There we go. This is what you call.
There we go.
Or where are you at?
Nope, outside.
Oh, let's get it out of the way. Here, go.
There you go. We're talking really sort of pandemonium here.
Yeah. They finally decided to go, didn't they?
Yeah, that's cool. There
Got
we
that
go.
net
I'm
ready,
getting
Ronnie?
this out of the way, yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, pretty one.
Coming at you, James.
Yep. Yep. Ooh, that's a pretty one there. It's a big boy there. Come on.
Nice, beautiful.
There we go.
Good deal.
There we go.
Well, morning craziness.
Yeah, there we go.
Great work,
Beautiful.
James.
Nice.
Nice
Good
job,
looking
guys.
fish. Come on, buddy.
Nice fish, James. Nice job.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Wow, that looked like a really fun fish on that downrigger.
Nice. We'll get this guy into the pen. You got another one going?
I do,
This is
yeah.
special.
Nice fish. That St. Croix rod was bent right over. That was awesome.
That's cool.
Thermocline's down about 80 this morning, so we're running our riggers in that 80, 90 foot range. We have some meat rigs on our divers, but we're also running flasher fly combos. On this one particularly, we have like a 25-foot lead from our dipsy diver out to the fish. So when we get it in, either you or Ronnie are gonna have to stand up and kind of hand over hand it. So
I'll
that we can
hand
get
land
it
it if you want to net.
You got it.
Yeah, but with the clear water in the Great Lakes and the zebra mussel situation, these fish are so spooky. So we're running like an 18 to 25-foot lead from the diver to the flasher. So makes it a little more difficult. It adds a little more work, but it can be really effective.
There it is. Wow, that's a good one there. Come here, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put you.
Yeah. Okay. Come on, buddy. Got him. There you go.
Nice
Wow.
fish.
Wow.
Nice
Look at that. Look at that little whippersnapper.
Nice work, guys.
Good
Beautiful
shot.
fish. Wow.
Chad,
Nice
nice,
fish.
beautiful animal. Both of them we got this morning. But big. These are real kings.
Yes, they are.
Big mature fish.
Great looking fish.
You get these boys pull like banshees.
Wow, awesome. What a healthy 4-year-old adult.
Boy, that's a beautiful fish. Look at, wow. That's cool. Boy, they are just so cool. I haven't done this for a number of years. I really miss doing that. Actually, coming out here, Al and my brother Bill, because we used to do this a lot. And it is cool fishing, boy. No question about it. Look at that. Real whoppers. Come on.
They like to eat when you're throwing the right thing.
You don't have all bluebird flat calm days.
Just a perfect eating size fish.
See, that's what I'm talking about, these Daiwa drags.
We got walleye stuff, we got crappie stuff, we got pike stuff.
This boat is rigged up about as nice.
Easy to use, and it flat out works.
It's a must-have when you're talking about big waves. Well, these trout are so darn tough.
Incredible 11-year warranty.
So we've been out here about 2 hours now this morning. We've got some bites firing at a specific depth range, about 55 to 65, 70 foot. So we're adjusting our spread a little bit. We're pulling some rods out and we're putting some rods back.
There's one thing about the salmon fishing game, you can see we actually have a lot of different type of rigs out, I mean, right now we have board lines out, we had copper lines, we got lead core, we got downrigger rods. I mean, you got a lot of gear out here for this type of technology, but it's stellar fun though. I mean, it really is once you get into it because of the size structure of the fish, because you're catching really trophy size fish. I mean, when these fish bite, particularly as you get later in the summer, the size structure of the fish keeps on getting bigger and bigger. I mean, these fish go fast.
Quarter.
Go for it, go for it.
I think it popped off, yeah. Didn't pop off. There we go.
I was just about to say, maybe if we take a picture, we'll get a bite.
A little bit smaller age class here, but they're still fun. She's about to break surface right now.
Oh, there you go.
That's what's cool about this time of year, this late July, early August. We've seen a lot of different size classes of fish. You have your big 4-year-olds. You've got some 3-year-olds mixed in.
Hey,
This
Ron, I'm
fish
gonna
is right
slink
here,
up
right
to your
close.
right
Yep,
here,
you're
all right?
perfect. I kind of walk her over here, coming in. Ooh, a coho.
Nice.
They're starting to work their way up the coast, and we've seen a couple now the last few days.
Wow, they're
Beautiful
really,
fish.
boy, you can see that, how healthy these fish are. You can see there's quite a bit of alewife in the system, how healthy these fish are looking. They got big bodies on them, boy.
That's a great looking
Wow,
coho.
nice fish, Ron. Be awesome to see these things
Dude,
show
it's
up
gonna be
here.
phenomenal. Great early sign of what's to come. And just in traditional coho fashion, they are a mess to hang on
Hard
to.
to hold on to. Here, Ronnie, why don't you hold them?
Yeah.
He's a squirmy little rod.
Oh my God, we're done. We're done. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Get him, there you go. There you go. Now you're talking. Ooh, there you go. Things are really moving this morning.
Ooh, you're close.
There you go. Wow, that's cool. Started,
Coming to you.
yeah, there we go. We got charter captains in the back of the boat. These boys know how to put fish in the boat. They say, ooh, there's one leaping in the back of the boat.
So the state did a really good job of kind of pumping the brakes here about 10, 12 years ago on decreasing the plants and you know, they increased the catch limit because they were really kind of concerned that, you know, our bait fish would crash, kind of like Lake Huron did. And, you know, we think they made a pretty good decision because we have a pretty equal balance now. But, you know, it's definitely time that we're getting some more salmon, and the state is planting some more salmon. So we have a nice equal balance. I mean, we have bigger fish than we've had in 20 years. And
wasn't the Michigan state record was broken a couple of years ago?
Yeah,
with
it sure
like a
was.
47-pounder?
It was.
Yeah, just south of here a little bit.
Yeah.
Sort of interesting on how these fisheries change over the years, but no question about it. Salmon have been one fabulous fish that were placed in the Great Lakes. It's really unbelievable fishery. It really is. It's so cool to come out here and catch these fish.
So that was on a number 8 Shad Rap.
Your style of boat control is really key.
One that was there from the very beginning.
You want to be able to see in the water. The adventure begins.
We are loaded for bear. We got
You know,
pikes.
there's so many different ways to fish for walleye. Dependability and efficiency.
Simple, fast, and easy.
The best rods on the planet.
Oh, hi.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there we go. Lake trout. I suspect he's not pulling around. You can usually tell when you get a king, especially a good-sized king. I mean, all of a sudden, they got a pretty serious pull to them.
Seems like a pretty mature one.
Come here.
He's got some body weight back there for you.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty nice-sized laker. Come here, buddy. Come here. I'm backing up.
And James, as you go forward, I'm going to have you kind of hold the wheel steady here when you can. Get the show on the road.
Ooh. Pretty laker.
Nice healthy trout.
Yep.
Probably one of the most used flies on the Great Lakes, a pickled sunshine.
Pickled sunshine?
It is a staple.
Well, is that right? I
It's
like
been
the
around
names
forever.
of all your baits. A bloody nose. So what is some of the other the names of some of your baits? You got some really cool names to them.
And I'm going to walk you guys through kind of now the standard tried and true Great Lakes trolling setup and some variations that we run pretty commonly. As we go to kind of some of the spoons here, we've got, of course, a nice variation of bloody nose, another smaller variation of a bloody nose. There's multiple brands and styles of them, but a bloody nose is just a Great Lakes staple for kings. We've got, of course, a very well-used green jeans. This thing's found some fish this morning for us, and it's been working for a lot of years for a lot of guys. We've got a little more of an orange variation here. This is Agent Orange by Moonshine. This spoon works really well up high in the water column, and also once those kings start staging up kind of in front of the pier heads, or come that middle to end of August period, we start fishing this one a lot. We've got a Captain Valium here as well, just a 10-inch blade here, a little bigger rotation. We've got just a nice matching fly to kind of match the hues on there. We've also got a tried and true meat rig. This is Moo Moo on a nice black blade. We'll run this a lot first light on a downrigger, really tight to the ball during low light conditions, or on nice overcast days like today. Some of the flasher options, we've got just a standard Pro Troll flasher here. Lots of natural hues. You see lots of whites, lots of blues, and lots of greens. Those kind of 3 colors are the primaries. We've got an 8-inch Spin Doctor as well here with just slick Pearl Glow tape on both sides. Here we've got kind of a darker frame, a green frame with slick glow on both sides. The darker frames seem to do a lot better for us in lower light conditions or on overcast or cloudy days. So kind of like today, we're fishing a lot of darker frames and a lot of chrome. Just to stick out a little more. It seems like when that sun's up, a lot more whites, just to kind of match kind of what the sky is looking like. And a lot of times on these 10-inch blades, we'll go kind of like a 3-to-1 ratio within about 5 inches. So like on this 10-inch blade, the traditional length is 30 inches. If I want a faster snap, I'll go to like a 24 or 25-inch length lead on this 10-inch. If I want a slower roll and rotation of that fly, I'll go to like a 32, a 35, or even a 40 to really let that fly more just kind of drag back there instead of kick. The shorter the lead, the faster that roll. The longer the lead, the slower and kind of more subtle. And all that has to get matched in with your trolling speed and such too. You can control those factors by speeding up, another 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, or by slowing down a little bit. But that's kind of the basic Great Lakes rundown. So lots of options, lots of variations, and it's all just about spending time out in the water and finding out what those fish are looking for. Beautiful fish.
Good times.
Let's get some more.
Yeah.
You know, the older I get, the more sensitive I am to the Word of God, the world, the things around me. There's an old saying, Wisdom comes with age. Well, I got it. I'm old. I acknowledge it. And at this point in my life, I find myself in my prayer time being much more thankful how I focus my prayers. You know, so much of my prayer time, like many of us, it's petitioning the Lord for help. Yeah, you know, Lord, I need this, I want this, can you bless this? You know, these are typical prayers. We're always asking for me, for my kids, go on. And that's important, there's nothing wrong with that. But I also finding myself at points, I take a day or a part of a day or my prayer time, just put it aside, and I start looking around me and think about the people that are blessings in my life, the people that I work with, the people that I go to church with, what I do for a living. The list goes on, and I find myself simply praising God and saying, thank you, Lord. And at the top of the list of the thank you is the gift of life. I start out with that, the gift of life. It's such a blessing. It's like an adventure. The gift of life, and then I start going to all of the other things. Like I said, people, places, circumstances in life. And the older I get, the more sensitive I had to share that. I had to share it with somebody because it's been tugging at my heart that way for about the last 2 to 3 months. So you're the first ones that I'm sharing it with. Thanksgiving. Thanking the Lord for even the simplest, tiniest, smallest things, like my boat, my car. I can go on and on and on. And I walk around and I just see things that thank you, Lord, for this, where I live. But I needed to share that with you. Hey, from all of us here at The Edge, you have a good, safe fishing season. See you on the water.